in Thailand, we're kind of like accustomed to seeing like, you know, all these types of creatures, you know, bees and scorpions and snakes. So for me, you know, I think we already know how dangerous they are, and we have seen them around. So they're not super like new to us, but to see them up close and to see David like actually like kissing it and just, you know, for me that's really scary because like we have seen snakes. Sometimes we will see snakes, you know, on the street, on the grass, like just out of nowhere, right? But to be in that space and just seeing it in person like that is something I've never experienced before. So, you know, as much as I've seen like scorpions and bees, I've never like been
Yes.
that close, you know, so it was quite a unique experience for me. And it's a lot about like just feeling the other person. Same thing with magic, you know, it's about
Of course.
communication both ways. And you know, we just need to find ways to communicate. And with insects or with animals, it's the same thing. I think even though we don't speak, we can kind of like sense it. And I think that's what David also learned a lot, you know, to be surrounded with bees. You know, he can kind of feel the connection with them, even though, you know, like there's no way to like really communicate with them, but you can just feel it. And same thing with the snakes. If the snake feel that you're like threatening them or trying to hurt them, you know, they can kind of sense that. So, you know, everything's about just being calm and just stay connected.
I
Yeah,
want,
actually,
yeah,
we film a lot. I wish we could share more magic on this episode, but you know, we have a lot of content. We film for more than 2 weeks, I
oh,
think, worth of
wow.
content. And you know, to fit everything in like 40, 45 minutes is impossible. So I think the Nat Geo did really good job of selecting, you know, bits and pieces to make the episode kind of fun. And you can kind of see we learn how to throw a chopstick. That was actually one of the most fun part for us. It was really difficult. I didn't think I could throw that chopstick and nail it on the board. But that was a quite a fun activity that we did. This TV show is not so much about like the magic that we typically do,
Yeah, yeah.
but there's a few similarities in what David does is that he always kind of like imagine like a visual. You know, like he knows that if you want to kiss a snake in front of that giant tree, like that's like an image that he would come up with in his mind, and then he will try to find a way to make that possible. You know, same thing with the bee beard. You know, he likes the look of that, so he's trying to recreate those image. And same thing with magic that we do. You know, when we do close up magic, or when I create magic, we always try to kind of like envision of what the audience would remember us by. You know, what kind of image we want to make them think about. And David and I, we both do like close up magic. He's one of my favorite magician that I've grew up learning, and to be kind of like you know, his friend on the show is really a dream come true for me to be with him, and just to see him, you know, do magic and doing all these crazy things has been a very unique experience for me. It's like you kind of want to create like I mentioned before, like an image you want people to have it stick in their memories. So for me, I don't do like crazy things like David, where he would be frozen in ice and standing like that. But for me, it's about like making a strong connection with people. I do magic with everyday objects. Same thing with David. You know, we use cell phone, money, rings, just anything that can be surrounded, and we can make magic out of that. But I love to do magic where people can take something back home and they can like think of you later. You know, whether I make an impossible object or doing something with their borrow object. Yeah, it's different. Every platform is different. You know, they said that magic is hard to. It doesn't feel the same when you don't experience it live. You know, but I think, you know, since COVID, I think everyone is shifting their magic to more like online magic, where we can, you know, showcase our work. Actually, I've been doing online content since like, I don't know, 20 years ago,
Yeah,
and it
I know,
kind
I
of gets
know.
me where I am today. So because of magic and because of these videos that I make on YouTube and on Instagram, it kind of gets me to where I am today. So I have to be really thankful that we have, this online media to be able to share our magic. But of course, we have to adjust our style a little bit because, internet is quick. Like you got to find ways to grab their attention. You have to start quick because people, they can just swipe away from your video very quickly. And so many people will have to adjust their style of magic to be more quick and visual and to be able to tell stories in a very short time. Yeah, I think for me, magic is a very unique thing that can really bring joys and really bring wonder from people. That kind of feeling that we have when we're a kid that is hard to get again. I think magic is able to bring that out. And whether they're young or they're old, we can always create wonder for them. And you can even change people's life. Some people, like because of magic, it made their day. Some people just feel like there's new hope. So I think magic for me is a lot bigger than just doing the trick. It's about the experience and the feeling that people get afterward. And it's what I love and it's what I want to do every day.